Howdy champs, my name is Mohit and today we'll talk about how to get hosting and domain for your website. This question is especially very important for newcomers into the world of web development. Uh, and the good news is people, there's even something called free hosting and free domain. There are registrars that actually offer you these free accounts, and we'll look at that too. But they have certain limitations. Okay. Another good news for you is that it is not compulsory to buy the hosting and the domain with the same registrar or with the same company. You can have, buy domains from a company like GoDaddy or BigRock, and you can host it somewhere else because the prices probably are cheaper there. But it's a good idea for you to stick to one company if you're a newcomer and you really don't know how to get into the settings of connecting the domain with the hosting company. If there are two different companies that you actually have brought your domain hosting with, then you need to connect them, obviously, and it can be a little tedious for a newcomer, in which case avoid that. But as you get more experience, you will understand that it's quite easy to do that actually, and makes more sense to buy domain from a different registrar and hosting from a different registrar. All right. Most of my domain names either come from bigrock.in or they would come from in.godaddy.com. And very clearly, people, you can see that the prices are not consistent. Right? So Google up keywords like cheap domains, affordable hosting, etc., affordable hosting India, etc. And it's a good idea to check different registrars out to see which one gives you the best deal. That's something that you need to remember. Whether it's buying hosting or whether it's buying domain, it works the same way. And at most times, it's actually wise not to buy them from the same place, but people who give you the best deals, and then connect them using a certain settings. That will not be a part of this tutorial. Now, as I said, you can get free domains to people. Something like a cu.cc, it's a free name for you, right? As you can very clearly see, if I register my name cu.cc, mohitmanuja.co.cc, registration for 1 year is free and for 2 years is free too. All right, and you'll notice such ads. Now this is not the price for a .com if you go to the BigRock site, but when you come across such advertisements, people, you actually latch on to some very good offers. So look out for these offers too that are spread all over. If you have a hawk's eye, you will find these offers. Okay, and as far as free hosting is concerned, with certain limitations, sometimes you can get free hosting too. One of my preferred URLs is bytehost.com. As you can very clearly see out here, they do, and I've used these services quite a lot, and they are pretty good. And Bytehost, BYET, people, is one of my favorites. Another place which, another website that I've used a lot, another registrar or company that I've used a lot is wattspace.com. And I've used their 250 MB disk space. I don't do it anymore, but there were days when I was actually a toddler in the world of web development, and I was just getting to know things a lot better, and I just wanted to try out things. So when I was in that trial and error zone is when I use these free hostings, free domains, and a lot, and I picked up how to connect these two together. So I had used my websites in the very initial days completely free. I had directed my websites completely free. And in those days, I remember I'd used a free domain called cu.cc, which I don't think so exists now. Instead, we have cu.cc as the suffix now, right? You can see out here, people, that free web hosting comes with certain constraints like 250 MB disk space, 5 GB traffic. The sometimes the PHP mails don't fire, and at times you have restriction on the MBs per file that you can actually upload. Some of the registrars who offer free web hosting will not allow you to upload an MP3 file. So obviously there'll be restrictions because they would want you to upgrade today or tomorrow to a premium plan, something that pays them something, and it's absolutely fair, right? So people, my advice to you would be, if you're a newcomer, stick to one place, one registrar where you buy hosting and domain together. Something like a GoDaddy is a good idea. BigRock has always been one of my favorites. People, they have special offers coming from time to time, and most of my websites are actually uh, you know almost always hosted with them. The domains name are registered. So for me, this really works. I've hardly had a downtime with them. So this really works for me. So does GoDaddy. I really like the interface, the kind of services they actually offer. Right? So people, shopping for domains and hosting is a decision that should be well thought of before you actually make your first purchase, because if done wisely and after a very thorough search, you can really grab some very cool deals, people, right? Especially around Christmas, New Year, the Republic Day in India. uh, you see the prices won't be consistent across the different registrars or across all days of the year. So there'll be offers floating from time to time. So you need to keep an open eye, a hawk's eye, right? And at the same time, people, uh, there'll be certain ads that you will, accidentally, suddenly find somewhere. And if you actually click on them, you may grab an amazing deal, right? So keep a watchful eye and get a great deal for yourself. So people, I hope you found this information useful. You have a good day. Bye bye. Peace.